Hey everyone, this is Rushlock, and we're making a quick guide for how to get paid from the current Winter Nexus event loot, because a lot of it has like an estimated zero value. We have the booster here, no value. Blueprints, of course, typically have no value. So why does the estimated value show zero? That's because the game pulls data over the last, I believe, 30 days for the market to give an average selling price, and so the in-game estimation can't keep pace with event loot. But we've got a quick way for fast liquidation using Highsec Buyback. So if you copy this item here and put it into the website here, hit submit, and you'll get the 6.7 mil at the moment, 9% Jita buy. Now you can make far more if you take it to yourself, or take it yourself to the Jita Hub or AMAR. That's AMARR. You'll get paid more, and what you have to figure out is your time investment. Like, is it worth you flying all the way back to a market hub to get 2 or 3 million more for the one item? It could very well be. Are you a new player and this is your first event, and that 3 million difference could get you a couple more ships? Then go for it. No one's going to talk you out of it. But if you want to get right back out into the action that you're doing, whether it be combat sites, exploration sites, the mining sites, whatever, having a faster way to get liquid ISK is beneficial. For blueprints, of course, you can't sell those on the market, so you're going to right click on them, and you're going to find in contracts. You're going to see some of them are going to have very little to no value. Check out this one here, find in contracts, jumps up to 35 million. So you can't sell them on market, but you can right click and create contract. If you are selling these on contract, a couple of things to remember. You need to make them public so that anyone can buy them. Set your price to a competitive price there. And then, of course, if you're on alpha account, you can only have one contract up at a time. So either transfer them to an Omega main that can put up a lot of contracts, or just be mindful of what you have and which ones have value. Don't waste your contract slot on a 1 million ISK blueprints if you have something worth considerably more. Looking at the map for the event, I've noticed that these storms are not moving like storms do in the past for the basic types of storms that stay in the game. So the epicenter is staying where it is. One jump out is orange, two jumps out is yellow, and the buffs are bigger in the epicenter usually for the other types of storms. But just be aware that you can set up a base of operations without having to move around a lot. And so I've used StackMon as my base for this character. Today, I might go out and scan and hack today and find out that traffic's too high, and I'll jump somewhere else and establish another base. But with these filaments that we're getting from the event, it's very easy to travel around. They are random, they are RNG, so you can't really dictate where you're going to end up. But by manipulating both your low-sec and your high-sec filaments, you can typically get somewhere near where you want to be after a couple of uses. They do have a 15-minute cooldown, so basically you'll jump somewhere, scan for a few minutes, and then your timer should be up. Make the most of the time that you have where you are, and then when your timer runs out, if you're not where you want to be, if there's too much competition, whatever, just pop your next filaments. They're very, very cheap on the market right now. So yeah, if you find yourself in a market hub, pick those up as well. Back to making ISK. This has just been for the loot that shows zero estimate value. I didn't want people having those items sit in their cargo hangers for too long. So if we go to our wallet here, just the items that have an estimated value, I've been pulling in 120, 120, 120 very consistently per run. That was, I believe, 2 contract sales in one day for over 120 million. And the other day was probably the first day of the event, just trying to figure out the best routes to run or best methodology for moving around. And again, that goes back to managing the filaments you acquire. When you first start the event, you probably want to go to a high-sec location, try to knock out a few sites if you can find a quiet high-sec system. If you can't, push on into low-sec. But yeah, use the Highsec Buyback link in the description down below the video and copy and paste your loot into there. Again, you have to do the math for yourself. Again, you will make more ISK if you haul your stuff back to market, but you have to invest time to do it. If you can quickly get yourself to Jita or AMAR, go sell your own loot. You'll be fine. The event loot should have a higher sell velocity, meaning the items that go up for sale move much more quickly than a lot of other items, because demand is going to be high, and the window of time that they're relevant in-game is very low. So that should be fine. But if you find yourself nowhere near Jita or AMAR, then go ahead and dump them into a Highsec contract buyback. It's way faster, especially with estimated value items that come back as zero. If you use the Appraisal Tool, which we can show you here as well, I'll put this tool in the description down below. You can paste items in here. For example, if I want to see what the value of this filament is, we simply select it, copy it by hitting Control-C, hit Control-V over here, to paste it. And you can see that this 10 stack or 11 stack of filaments is worth like 1,000,000 ISK. So it's not really worth hauling this back to station or to market. And I can use it to hop around myself to different parts of space if I want to travel more to find quieter space to find these sites. Ideally, what you want to look for is a system that it's maybe you and as few people as possible in it, and you want to be able to scan the SIGs faster than anyone else. So if you're in a race, I think last Friday, even on a Friday, it's a little bit busier on Fridays, I was able to find a low-sec system at a dead-end pocket of space with one other person in local who seemed to be AFK, and I just sat there and farmed up SIGs. Now, you can definitely move around the storm systems and see if anything else new is spawning, but what I try to do in low-sec at least is, if a SIG has spawned while I've been in that system, that's my priority SIG. If I see other probes out, you have to make a decision. If you're confident you're faster at scanning, go for it. And if you're not confident about it, just move on to the next system, put that signatures in your tripwire, which I'll show you here as well. Tripwire tool. Log into this real quick. And what you can do with this is this allows you to save with copying and pasting a list of signatures. So if I undock from space, I'll use this local here as an example. We're going to go to our probe scanner and we're going to copy the list of signatures. Well, of course, there are none up when I want them to be. But if I would copy it and then paste it here, it would show me new signatures from the last time I was here. And again, I'll put a link to Tripwire in the video down below, or in the description down below the video. And you can use that tool as well to really save yourself some time. Basically, whenever a new SIG pops up that you haven't seen, ideally it spawned while you were in local, so you would know if probes were out and if anyone was actively scanning it. And then you don't have to worry about someone coming on the site or camping it and things like that. Yeah, those things should really get you up and running for making faster ISK with this event. Today is December the 13th. This event, I believe, runs till the January the 4th, so you've still got several weeks to leverage this information, and this will allow you to get more done at a much faster pace than other people who are not aware of these things, and hopefully get some extra ISK out of the deal. But as always, put in the comments down below what your experiences are, if you've used any of these tools in particular yourself, and if they've been effective for you. Always love hearing back the feedback for, if this is useful for folks. So put the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.